Yo, 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 Wednesday hump day, and we are 24 days in for the Movember challenge, ladies and gentlemen. It is looking pretty good on the Mo front, but check it out. Scan the QR code here so you can donate to the boys and us and to the men of Movember, 30 Days to Grow and Groom a Moustache, helping raising awareness for men's health, such as prostate, testicular cancer. Check it. We need the money. Help us men, the dads, the brothers, the sons, the mates. Look at the boys. We're looking pretty good. Hump day, boys. Sean, you had a little bit of a shave. Looks like you cleaned up a little bit.
Yeah, had to get a little clean around the edges. It looks a little better, not so raky.
What about the Mo?
The Mo, just on the top, The
rest of us have an appointment with House of Barber tomorrow, so it's going to be a fun one. Nice little hot towel and nicely clean.
I'm looking that's going to feel great. What time do you guys have that?
11. I think you were saying, Petey.
Sorry.
What time?
11.
11, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we got breakfast tomorrow and then going.
Yeah, we got brekkie. Brekkie. On me. Benedict. Let's go, Benedict.
Ooh, eggs Benedict.
So I've been doing this fast for about the last 48 hours or so. So I'm really looking forward to breaking it with this Benny.
Good Benny.
Well, I must have missed the memo properly. I'm sure you guys said it. I must have missed it, so I will have to make up for it because I already ate. But I will do it. I will hold my word. No, because I forgot that we were actually doing, and we did mention it. Maddie did mention it, and then we were saying like even after the shave, we would go like shoot around for a little bit or whatnot. So
yeah, I thought I would get started one day early on the fast because last weekend in Fukuoka there was a little drinking involved, so I thought this would be a good time to finish it off strongly with the boys.
Yeah,
very nice.
That's good.
No drinking involved, huh?
No, there was plenty of drinking involved in Fukuoka, but the last 2 days of fasting, I've had nothing but water and jada and a little black coffee yesterday, but I haven't had any today yet.
Jada.
Styles. I want to start off the stream because we've only got a short one before we play the this morning's interview with the special guest on our crypto talk, Wednesday crypto talk. But I got this interesting. I'll put it to you so you guys can have a look. So you guys have played Grand Theft Auto, yeah?
Of course.
So they've integrated into the game now that your players can get vaccinated.
Oh my god!
Yeah, this is happening. This is real, and so within it, let's see. There's another article that has it within it. So there's a Pfizer area where you go to and you get vaccinated, and it labels you as one dose. So when you walk around, you see everyone else with a Pfizer sticker on their arm. You know that they're vaccinated as well.
Wow!
Great advertising.
It was to encourage kids. It was to encourage kids that not only in the metaverse, if you want to call it that, for the gaming is to do that too. I mean, it's going to be pretty silly in a sense where they'll say, "Oh, sorry, sir, you can't come into this building because you're not double vaxxed in the game. Yet you can go around smashing people and punch like pay for a hooker and then punch her afterwards."
But then once like it makes the double vax people attack you or something, like that guy's not vaxxed. Like
it's funny, right? Like, look, like they've already got masks on and everything. So
that's so funny. That's a way to rake in the dough, huh? Get it out there. Get it in you. Get it out there and in you.
Yeah. So that's on the gaming front. I hate it. Can we just go through this without subscribing?
Is it?
No, there was another image. Maybe I can find another article. GTA game vaccine. Let's see this one. No.
Today only subscribe to our newsletter. What?
I wonder how
Yeah,
much
Grand Theft Auto.
Pfizer paid for that.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, good question.
Can now biohack themselves, sort of, with heightened COVID immunity as part of the campaign by Pfizer Brazil. Grand Theft Auto role-playing game, a modded version of the prominent action adventure video games. The players can and avatars shots to complete. Yeah, there you go. See, there's your little shot bandage on your arm.
Jeez.
Pretty funny.
That's good.
It's kind of disturbing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like when the metaverse happens, they're gonna integrate everything, I guess, in the outside world as much as possible into the metaverse as well. So I guess the only thing that's in the metaverse is there won't be I guess adverse reactions or I guess protests or riots, but you can still go around and steal cars and shit. That's fine.
What if they make your
That's fine.
character? What if that's an attribute in your character where
Like
you
it-
could
like-
where you would
True.
react to it? Yeah, where you would react.
That's true. Like if your health is low and you take it,
Yeah, and you take it.
something like that.
Yeah.
Because there's no game that actually makes you sick. Hey, is there a role play game like that where you could wake up one day and they said, hey, you haven't been resting enough, you've got the flu, you have to rest
Yeah.
now?
The Sims does it.
Oh, the Sims, yeah, the Sims do it. Yeah.
Mm.
Any other games? Not that I can think of.
I've played a couple of role playing games that that do have things like when you're on drugs or when you're drunk, like your character reacts to it differently or responds to it differently.
Yeah.
I think like Max Payne was one of them. Max Payne was like super
Max
cool,
Payne,
especially
yeah.
the
When
original.
you get drunk,
Yeah, and like
Yeah, stuff like
your
that.
vision is blurred and stuff. Hey,
Yeah,
blurry.
yeah.
The pixelated games.
Yeah, that's it. Any random news, boys?
Yeah, there's a
Sean?
hole in my crotch.
What?
What?
Oh, this
You
dude's
just
right
split your
like
pants.
that
easy access, Sean. That should be your name.
there. Oh man. There's been a crazy stream of burglaries going around America. Like they've been wilding it out. I mainly say it because it's been to it's in California, which is where it's been happening. Well, a lot of it's been happening in California. I do have an article. They've been ransacking all these designer stores, like this famous Louis Vuitton store in San Francisco, in the Civic Center, like the main area. It had like really old Louis Vuitton like suitcases and like
Those are worth quite a lot.
And a group of like 20 people came and ransacked it, as well as Burberry, what is it called, Bloomingdale's, and then they actually in Hayward, where I'm from, 14 guys came and ransacked a jewelry store worth over 100,000. And
Lord.
yeah, it's you see.
Is this the one you're talking about?
It should be.
Smash and grab?
Yes, this
That's
is
the
it.
link you just sent?
Yeah, this is. And it's
Damn.
like,
Smash and grab?
yeah, some of it, like the jewelry stores, and then like the Louis stores, that it's wild, it's out of control, it's seriously.
Thieves swarming the store in Hayward, wielding hammers to smash cases at a jewelry store before grabbing items and fleeing.
See, isn't that interesting, right?
Oh,
It's kind of.
I wonder why it's like big now.
It's scary, man. The U.S. is getting wild. It's getting like Grand Theft Auto, is what I'd say.
Yeah.
Mm.
People are
Well, we might be
relentless.
seeing some footage after this ad.
I like the ad. Let's sail together, Tucky.
Invest in Taka.
Damn. There's a whole bunch of them though. Far out.
No, there's
Yeah,
tons.
like 10 people or something. Yeah.
Fucking ransack.
Quick 10 grand each. Could have just bought NFTs, boys.
These guys are dumb.
Damn.
I like the music.
What would you do if you were? Because obviously there was a couple of like regular shoppers in there, and as soon as that bunch comes in, you kind of turn around. What would I mean? Obviously, you don't know if they're armed or anything, if they're actually there to take just stuff or whatever. Like, are you?
I mean,
guys
they had hammers and stuff, man. That's armed enough for me.
Yeah, but I mean, like, are you the type that would
sit the fuck down and try and like get out of the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do if there's 10 dudes with hammers coming through? Like,
here's a nail.
Yo,
here's all my shit.
Here's a nail.
I don't know. I mean, who knows? I mean, in the moment, I might be too panicky or scared. It depends. I mean, if I'm by myself, I might react different. If I'm with Mio, it might even be different. You know, so. Of course, AT would fight them.
11 moves. Deeper fix.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
don't know.
It's getting crazy out there in America. Stay safe. It said like crime rates are up like 53% or something. Police,
Wow.
They're like defunding police, so it's like, and like burglaries are like their, not their most important thing to get to. Yeah,
too busy handling crime against
police around.
persons.
Yeah, all the deeds now. It's wild.
Man, what would you do if it was the robbery in Oakland? Sheesh. I'd open it. I would open the door for them.
Come on, guys.
I would be like, "Oh, hello, guys with hammers in Oakland. Welcome. Would you like a bag with that?"
Far out. G'day, anyone who's just joined us here. Matt Cohen again. AT.
What up,
John
Matt?
Beeps.
AT.
AT always wants to fight.
Yeah,
It's that
he's
box.
a-
It's that
That
boxer in
boxer
him.
in him, yeah.
It's that boxer in him.
It
Just
is.
want to make
It
some.
is that boxer in him.
This is AT's the perfect guy to have next to you when someone accidentally bumps your drink off in the club, and he's the guy who goes, "Come on, mate." You know those guys back home.
So, just gonna share this quick because Lum sent this. He goes, I'm not sure what it is. If you can drink this orange juice, okay, let's see what this is. 2 seconds. I will have to mute this here so we don't get the echo.
Drink this orange juice without lifting this pink towel off. I'm just smacking it.
I know this one.
So I can't touch it. What's a bit weird? Do you know what? He won't be for
Wait, I'll pause it. Do you guys have any idea how to do it? The challenge is, can you drink the orange juice without lifting or touching the towel, basically? You cannot touch the towel. Mute, Matty, mute.
Matty, you're on mute.
Sorry. I was just saying, just drink it through the towel. The orange juice will just go through the towel.
I think he can't touch the towel. I think that was.
You can't touch the towel at all.
Yeah, that's why he's trying to blow it off.
I've got nothing then.
Think outside the box.
You can't touch the towel.
You can't touch the towel. I'll play the rest of it for you. It's.
I can't use my teeth. No, don't use your teeth. I can do it. Just let you know.
What, you can drink that contents without touching this? It's impossible.
It's not impossible. I'll show you today. Ready? Okay. Done. The orange juice is gone. Go and have a look.
It's going to jump out. So go and look.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, so that's the little bar trick that you can do to people. So got to be a little bit, outside the
That's
box
good.
a little bit.
Sneaky.
Very cunning.
Sneaky sneakies. That's it. Sneaky sneakies. Where are we? We're at. Yeah, none of us have seen him fight Matt Cohen. We've only ever seen him hit a bag, and you know what they say: bag
Bags don't hit
doesn't
back.
hit back. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined us, Q-Stream Vibes, we are on day 24. Tomorrow, actually getting our face done, hot towels and all.
Facials.
I got to clean this up. Didn't do the best job with
Those
these
handlebars are coming
handlebars.
in hard, Matty. They're
Getting pretty
coming in
good.
real hard this one.
Getting pretty good. So we've got a pre-recording, ladies and gentlemen, of an interview we had this morning with a special guest, Tom from Power Trade. We had to do a pre-recording because of his schedule and I guess the time difference. I don't know. I think that's the reason. Oh yeah, his schedule. Let's just keep it at his schedule. And it was a long talk. We had Mindam, a regular crypto talk guru girl from Singapore. Now this is a little bit advanced for anyone who's just, I guess, wanting to know about this. But I mean, there's some things in there I think that maybe the advanced person can understand. But we will try and get Tom back for a full-on just basics walkthrough of his app and everything, like Maddie suggested. Like that would be good. And Patty said that we need to do a full basics one, like one for dummies. If there's anything that we want to learn and buy from,
that
or
book
with
out
Power
yet?
Trade.
Crypto for Dummies.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you know how we do. Before we go to that, we've got I've got a what was the joke again, Patty? That I said. Can you remember how it went?
The crypto one.
Yeah.
The crypto one.
Yeah.
What, you didn't
How'd it
say
go
that?
again?
You didn't
Which
say
one?
that?
Which one was it? The first one or the second one?
Second one.
Let me just check it.
Jeez,
Well,
he's
I
forgotten
hate-
already.
Well, the thing is, I don't want to ruin it. I want to fuck it up, you know.
Fucking hell.
So.
Hot towel on the face. Man,
It's gonna be good. We're gonna be we're gonna be recording it tomorrow.
doing a vlog.
Gonna do a little vlog
Yes.
at the house of Baba, getting a nice trim, whatever they can get out of my stubble.
They're gonna do the straight razor, right?
Yeah,
Ooh,
Straight
I
up.
love them. Straight
nice
up.
hot towel afterwards.
So nice. Matthias, are you gonna get the straight razor?
I don't know. I mean, what other choices do you have, right? I
Yeah.
suppose I might as well.
It's the best one.
Yeah,
Clean up the face.
it feels the best too. Like, oh
Yeah.
man. Yep, Chad. Whoa.
Yeah.
Matthias, you had a good one in Foucault?
Was it the superhero one? No,
That was the first one.
that was the first one.
Yeah,
Oh, the one with the dad, right?
yeah,
That's the good one.
yeah.
Okay, better not fuck this up. So, a boy asked his Bitcoin investing dad for 1 Bitcoin for his birthday. And this is how his dad responded. What? 15,554? What? 14,354 is a lot of money. What do you need with 16,782 anyway? Did you like that one? I thought
That's
that was
good
alright.
one.
I've seen that
Hopefully
one
people
before.
got
It's
it.
great.
Hopefully people got it.
I didn't get it.
The other one was we got to stop inviting Superman to Wednesday night Bitcoin night because he's useless during those talks because it's kryptonite.
AT
Good
says
one.
he doesn't get it.
one. I like that
AT
one.
says
Yeah,
he doesn't
AT.
get it.
People who can't hit base, like they can't like bat baseball in it, they don't normally get it.
You can't punch someone you won't understand.
It's because the
Exactly.
price is always
So-
fluctuating. So the
Mhm.
price doesn't stay 3 times the same. It's always fluctuating.
Yeah, that's it.
Thanks.
All right, so I guess we'll share this morning's little talk and interview with everybody, and we'll catch you guys in the next.
The metaverse.
Enjoy. All right, guys. Special segment here with my guys again from the Q Squad for the Q Stream, Patty and Handlebars Matty. Lads, our regular weekly money, crypto, blockchain. How do we make it? What are the risks? We got it. How you guys feeling?
Very good. Very
Excited. How you feeling, Patty? After last night's adventure.
No, it was good. I had a conference call this morning at 3 a.m. till 4:30 in the morning about a new NFT project that's coming out of the US, which I'm consulting for at the moment. So yeah, it's definitely exciting, and I'm looking forward to our weekly crypto talk this Wednesday.
Man, the last time I did a 3 a.m. interview, I think I actually fell asleep in the middle of it.
I was
Oh no!
Rehearsing for his show, so yeah, it was tough, but it's all good. And now we've got this 9:30 interview.
So, well, let's hope you don't fall asleep to this, because we're going to bring on our weekly regular guest, MT, all the way over in Singapore. How you going there, MT? Good to see you again.
Hello, gents. Nice to see you all again.
Yeah, it's a lot earlier.
Everybody's so excited to see me again.
Very.
Mate, this is going to be an excellent stream. We've got up to 6 people, so I'm going to bring on the 5th person, our partner, our media partner, from WisePass, Lum. G'day, here he is.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. Excited.
Very excited with the guest today.
Wake up call drink, yeah. So let's do a big round of applause. Something huge. It's new to me. I don't know much about this topic, but I'm here to learn as well. But I guess we'll bring the man of the moment in. So, ladies and gentlemen, quick round of applause.
Hey guys.
Hey, welcome, Tom.
GM. Good morning. Good
morning.
Vietnam.
How's things? Look at that setup.
Yeah, I love that. I love that setup behind you, Tom. That's how is that 8 screens?
That's a real trader setup.
8 screens.
How many screens?
How much is your electricity?
8 screens?
Oh, like I eat gas fee, something like that. Maybe 2.
Awesome. Well, it's great to have you on, man. We're excited to learn a little bit about power trade. So I guess we'll just get right into it. You can tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll just get into what it is, and then all it comes with.
Yeah, sure. So, we started Power Trade about a year and a half ago. A team of us from been in crypto for a while. Mario, who's one of our co-founders, started Liquid Exchange, which is one of the first regulated exchanges in Japan. And myself been involved in crypto for a while, and Richard, who set up the City of London Options FX desk back in the day, and then John, who some of you might know as a design expert who's been down the crypto and trading rabbit hole for a while. So yeah, we kind of noticed this lack of sophistication in the crypto options space, and there's just a lot of things that are missing from the traditional financial markets that are just kind of not available in crypto. So you can kind of think of it like Robinhood, is kind of a popular options trading app in U.S. equities markets, but there's nothing like that in crypto until now. So yeah, that's kind of the short of what we're up to.
Cool. I'm just going to pull this up so our viewers can see what we'll be discussing. So, I guess introduction on power trade, how it works, the business model, how do you actually make money off it, and we'll go through some strategies with you. The risk, obviously, the important one, and returns.
Sure.
What could go wrong? Exactly. So, is there anyone else want to jump in and ask anything? Or
Yeah, I mean, I would love to get to know about what power trade first. Like, how do you bring options to crypto? Because I understand that there was conversations, people talking about like it would be great if there's options on crypto, but how does that work exactly? How does the premium or how does that work like just through power trade?
Yeah, it's a lot of work on the back end. And actually, just before we go forward, I just want to preface this with, anything that we're talking about today is not financial or investment advice.
everyone says that.
Educational. Yeah, for good reason. But yeah, I mean, what we've built is essentially a platform where you can trade crypto options. So you can buy calls or puts on Bitcoin or ETH. You can also trade perps and futures, and you can also trade the spot markets, all in one really easy to use app. A lot goes into that. So when you're buying, for instance, the most basic, options 101 is buying a call. So that means you're buying the right to buy the underlying, in this case, Bitcoin, at a certain strike price, let's say 60,000. By a certain expiration date, let's say December 31st. So if you think Bitcoin's going over 60,000 by December 31st, and you're right, you basically will get the difference between what it goes to and whatever the strike price is. So if Bitcoin goes to 70,000 on December 31st, and you bought the 60,000 strike, that means that you get 10K. But the premium that Mintam has alluded to, the premium is the price that you pay for that option. So that option might have cost you, I don't know, $500, $1,000. So if you paid $1,000, it goes to 70K, you get $10,000 back. Then basically your net is $9,000. So that's, instead of just buying Bitcoin and waiting for it to go up 10%, you can actually kind of get leverage returns if the market moves in your favor. So that's kind of the basics of, that's what a call is. That's what the appeal is. You'll notice that it's kind of similar to like leverage trading. So if you're trading on perps or futures somewhere with 5x or 10x leverage, it can have a very similar payoff profile. But the main difference is that you actually don't have to worry about being liquidated. So when you're trading on leverage, if the price moves, like if you're 10x and the price moves more than 10%, you're going to get liquidated. But with a call, if it goes down before it goes up, you just keep holding onto that call and you don't get liquidated. It might expire worthless, but your position doesn't get closed out. You can just keep holding it. You can hold it through the hard times before you get to the good times. So it's another way of getting leverage with. For me, it's less stressful because if I don't care about the short-term fluctuations, and I can kind of take longer-term positions when I'm trading. So that's kind of the gist of it. The way that all gets priced is it's complicated. There's like a bunch of traders coming in. There's market makers that are actually selling you these options. So it's somebody on the other side of that trade that's selling that to you, and that's a whole other kind of rabbit hole to get into. That's where things get more complicated.
So
actually, would you say, sorry, just a quick question. Would you say it's less risky compared to leverage trading then, given that you won't get liquidated?
I would say it's a different type of risk. So you basically, if you're buying a call, you know that, hey, the most you can lose is whatever you paid for that call. That's the most you can lose. So that's one thing. You just like kind of know that up front. And then there's still the risk that it expires worthless, or you're not able to close the position at a profit in the future. And there's something called theta. Theta is the decay of the value of the option over time. So if the price of Bitcoin stays the same, the value of the option will lose value over time every day. So you basically will like lose money to theta every day if the price of Bitcoin doesn't go up.
Is
So
the
it's a
theta,
different kind of risk.
just to help me understand, is the theta that you're talking about, is that basically the decrease by the amount that the option has cost you? Like the 1,000, so your example, the $1,000.
Yeah, so if theta is 1, then you're basically losing $1 per day in value. Yeah, that's basically what it is. It's actually kind of an estimate. It's not a guarantee. So there's a whole set of metrics called the Greeks that you use when you're trading options, and they're basically, the Greeks are looking at the activity in the market to kind of create these values. So based on whatever trading activity is happening, whatever price people are quoting, the theta metric shows you kind of what the average loss of value has been over time. So that's how that works.
Okay. So
Is
I
it
have a
possible
question.
for me to be the one to sell, or is that just right now, just to
Yes.
buy?
Oh, it absolutely is possible for you to be the one to sell. And this is where it gets more interesting. So if you've paid attention to crypto options, most selling solutions are kind of not accessible to most people, or really, I would say, they're not capital efficient. So in DeFi, it's most popular to sell a covered call, which means you put up an entire ETH to sell one call. If you're using a proper portfolio margined options exchange, you can actually sell a covered call, or you can sell a call with a much lower margin requirement. So for instance, it might only take 20% of an ETH in order to sell a call. So you can sell more calls with your collateral. So yes, anybody can sell options. So this enables different strategies like spreads, which is where you say you buy a Bitcoin call at 60K, and then you sell another one at, say, 90K. So you basically are earning the premium from selling it at 90K, and it helps to cover the cost of buying it at 60K. So if you think Bitcoin's going to end up in that range, then you basically get any of the upside over 60K, and then your upside's capped at 90K. And so that's a call spread. It's a pretty popular strategy to kind of offset the costs of having a call. So
I'll
yeah,
just go with
by default, Power Trade allows for everyone gets portfolio margin, and you can buy and sell calls and puts, and you can post any collateral you want: stable coins, Bitcoins, ETH, whatever you want. So this is actually all a first for the crypto industry. You can't do all these things in one place anywhere in crypto right now, other than Power Trade.
Sure. I had the chance to discuss with John Myers, like one of the co-founder, I guess. And I was sharing with him, like, I'm kind of like risk averse and traditional, and the standard deviation of those cryptocurrencies are super high. But he mentioned about one way just to mitigate the risks was actually to use straddle, and that was one of the strategy just to get started. And you can start with only $1. So can you actually elaborate or actually explain a bit more about a couple of strategies about trading on Power Trade?
Yeah, sure. So if you're used to stock trading in U.S. equities markets, if you're trading options, one contract is for 100 shares of the company, and if you're trading something like Tesla, 100 shares is actually worth quite a bit, and so people get kind of priced out of these better stocks because the value of them is so high, and they haven't created more shares to reduce the total circulating. So with crypto, we have the benefit of fractionalization. So the first thing we did is one contract is just for one Bitcoin. It's not for 100 Bitcoin. It's just one Bitcoin. So that already makes it lower. But then we went ahead and we fractionalized it down to 4 decimal points. So you can buy 0.0001 of a contract on Bitcoin.
Wow.
And that roughly, usually for most Bitcoin options, that's usually less than $1. So you can actually get started with a small amount of money. Now you're going to pay more in gas fees if you deposit because it's all on chain, but you can at least get started and get a feel for it with a small amount, and then kind of put more into it once you start get a good feel for it. But so that was part of your question. The other question was about a straddle. So straddle is basically saying, hey, I don't know if Bitcoin is going to go up or down, but I think it's going to go one way or the other because I think it's just really volatile. So a straddle basically lets you say like, well, I want to make money if it goes in either direction. So you're buying a call, which theoretically makes you profit if Bitcoin goes up, and you buy a put, which theoretically makes you profit if Bitcoin goes down. But there's based on the premium that you pay for it, there's a certain magnitude that it has to reach for it to be profitable. If it goes down just a little bit, then it's not going to be profitable.
So because now you're doing Bitcoin and ETH, right? But is there any reason why you're not doing some other cryptocurrencies, or mostly because it's liquidity, or because you just got started? So maybe that's something you're gonna start doing maybe in the 6, 12, 18 months.
Yeah, so it's mostly because we just got started. It's definitely something we want to roll out more options. But there's you can't safely have options markets for all assets. If the spot markets are really kind of thinly traded, then it makes them very highly manipulatable. So anybody who's trading options based on the spot price can easily get kind of scammed by people manipulating the price. So you have to have a certain level of liquid spot markets in order to do it. And then another thing that's actually really important for pricing options markets is actually a futures market. So in a futures market sets this, basically you have a futures expiring every quarter, and it sets this implied interest rate for the asset. It's called a term structure. And so options market makers will actually price their options based on the futures term structure. And most crypto assets actually don't, if they even have a futures market, it's usually just 1 month out. And so that's not enough data for them to price it. So there's complications with making the markets, but it's definitely something that we're working on. And the popular top altcoins are things that we're looking at to actively list when we can.
Okay. And what would be the next crypto you'll introduce after ETH? If you had to think about this with the team.
For options.
Yeah.
So we've got spot markets as well. So we've actually listed the Tiger King token.
Tiger King.
We noticed that Tiger King,
options?
the guy.
Yeah.
No options.
Netflix show?
Just the spot market. Yeah, the Netflix show. So he made his own token.
Wow.
So we decided to list that. So we listed that just as a spot market. Just a fun token to add. But there's been a lot of demand that we've seen for Solana options in particular. There's also demand for Avalanche and XRP and other things like that. But I think Solana is probably the highest demand one that we've seen right now.
Cool. And I just got a last question on the part of how it works for the premium. Maybe just a couple of minutes only. But when you structure the premium that the customer has to pay for, so if I understand well, there are market makers involved, and how many other factors in order just to come up with the price? How many factors do you take into account? So we have a better idea.
Yeah.
Let's say I want to put $50K in Bitcoin and straddle, and then I'm just gonna bet that the price is gonna move up or down anywhere. I don't care, but I'm betting on volatility, and the higher the better. And then I can just program it. Let's say if it hits like 30% plus in gains, I'm out. Can I do that? And okay, that was 2 questions. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, we're adding a take profit feature. It's not available right now, but we are adding that. But you can set a limit order. So if you buy an option for $1,000, then you can set a limit order to sell that same amount at $2,000. So you can. That's kind of a easy way to do a take profit. As far as the pricing goes, so we don't set the price. Options, every single options contract is actually its own order book. So instead of having like lots of different tokens with their own order book, you have Bitcoin options, and every single strike and expiration date is an order book of its own. So anybody can come and participate in this. It's a full two-way market, right? So the price is just set based on whatever people are putting their orders when they set a limit order. That's kind of what the price is set on. Now the most active traders are going to be the market makers. And so when you're looking at pricing, there's something called implied volatility, or IV. And that's really a popular indicator that traders look at for assessing kind of the price of an option. So when IV is higher, it's considered to be a little bit more expensive, and then when it's lower, it's considered to be cheaper. Now, the normal band in crypto and equities are like way different. In equities, it's like 10% to like 30%, but in crypto, it was 60% at one point, but I haven't seen that in like a year. It goes all the way up to like 130% in crypto. I think the range I've been seeing the most right now is between like 90 to 130%. But that's kind of, if you look at, there's some resources to look at IV over time, and that's kind of the proxy for price that a lot of people use.
Okay, that's cool.
So option is actually one of the very favorite trade method by Warren Buffett and a lot of like famous investors in stocks. Do you think that options trading for cryptos would have the same appeal to these investors that are already exposed in options trading in stock?
Yes and no. So as I just mentioned, IV is a lot higher, and therefore the premiums are a lot higher in crypto. So that, for folks that are used to the equities markets, that might, might take some time for them to adjust that. But once they understand it, the strategies tend to be the same, whether you're using it for hedging or accumulating more assets with a covered call strategy, or kind of being bullish with a spread strategy. All those kind of those same strategies can be applied to crypto. So I think it can be quite useful tool in the toolbox of trading.
I feel like the sell side is gonna be a bit much more advantage in terms of options, since basically when you're on the sell side, you will always earn a premium, even if the trade is executed or not. So you always have that earning anyway, even no matter if the contract is executed, and that's how you come kind of like compiling, and then you can start earning a lot through options. Is that going to be the same in crypto options as well?
Yeah, so the when you sell, you only earn the premium if somebody buys the contract from you. So you need a buyer, and usually that's going to be the market maker. But the danger of selling a call is that theoretically, Bitcoin has unlimited upside. The price could go, up to $1 million. And if you sell a call at a $60,000 strike, you're responsible for paying out that call if it goes above it. So it can be appealing to sell and earn these premiums, but you just have to be conscious that if the price actually does go above whatever strike price is that you've sold, you're responsible for paying that difference to the buyer. So that is the risk. If you manage it well, like you can manage those risks. There's something called delta hedging, where like if the price gets to your strike, then maybe you go long some perps to help pay that difference. Or there's also covered call selling. So you actually have a whole Bitcoin and you sell a call, and you're basically just capping the upside of your Bitcoin because you have like the value of the Bitcoin to pay that off. So there's ways to kind of mitigate those risks, but you have this theoretically you have this unlimited downside if the price goes up quite a bit and you've sold a call. But yeah, otherwise that's a pretty popular strategy because the risks are known and the ways to mitigate it are pretty standardized.
There's like a last section, I guess, like what can go right, what can go wrong. So have you seen any?
We just covered that.
Yeah. But, so last question about it's linked to the straddle, but let's say I'm a trader, want to make money, and I got 10-20K to put in on a weekly basis in capital. Can I just like automate the straddle options where whenever there's like 30% profit, then it sells and then I get my profits, and then it keeps rebuying the same options and then make sure like we can have this 30% gain? Is that something like you are able to build as a feature for the traders? That would be interesting.
Yeah, that's something we can build. So there's like bots like that. So we're actually integrating with a bot framework at the moment. So people can kind of in the community can create scripts and provide them. And we might also have some kind of bots on PowerTrade in the future, so you can kind of automate those things. But at the moment, like if you wanted to implement that strategy, you'd basically kind of do it with mid orders right in the app.
Yeah, on the app, right?
Yeah. So the benefit, like with PowerTrade, is like if you're like a full-time trader, you're gonna have all these screens and you want a web interface. But if you're kind of trading on the side, you might be on the go. We have a really nice mobile app, and we put a lot of effort into making that really easy to use. So it's a lot of platforms kind of the app is like a second-class citizen, but for us the app is a very important experience that we focused on making really easy to use. So you can trade on the go.
Okay. And what are the kind of like traders like you're getting? Like, I guess it's not necessarily in Vietnam, right? It's going to be pretty much global. So like, do you see like which countries using the most your app currently?
Yeah, it's pretty global, everywhere except the US, pretty much. So we don't allow Americans to trade on the exchange for regulatory reasons. But yeah, I mean, there's traders, kind of all over the world that are trading.
Okay. Back to PD.
I mean, I'm a newbie, so for me, it's like I get all my advice through Pat. Probably from Maddie would know more than myself. I've learned a little bit from Mintam as well. But it's just there's so much going on, and like I don't keep up to date with what's hot and not. So I'm sort of just relying on the boys to tell me, hey, you should get this or you should look into this or whatnot. So
it's definitely a complicated thing. Actually, one of the questions I was going to ask Tom is for someone who's traded spot markets, both in shares as well as crypto. What would you say would be the like soft and gentle entry point into options trading in crypto? Would it be that example that you gave earlier with just the call, like a simple call option to try and like figure out how it works?
Yeah, I think a simple call option, that's the easiest way to get started, because then you can kind of see, you open a call position, you put some money down on it, and then you can kind of see how the value of it fluctuates over time. So then you can start to get a sense for how the option markets react to the spot markets. So if you just you have a call, I think that's probably the easiest way to get started. And then like step 2 from there is the call spread. So that's when you buy a call and then you sell another call and at a higher strike. And so then that will also give you a sense for, okay, what does it look like when you're selling, and what happens to your margin when you're doing that. And I think that's probably, step one and step two. It's probably the easiest ways to get started.
Okay, yeah, I'll
Will
have a
there
look
be
into that.
any way to eventually get reward when using power trade? As a lot of the perpetual trade exchange at the moment are giving those kind of like token reward to users, and that's where we see one of the DEX trade, perpetual trade. I won't mention the name here. That grew the usage into like surpassing Coinbase, I think, because of this kind of like incentive program. Would that be something that you guys are like repairing or like considering at the moment?
Yeah, so we haven't announced anything officially yet, but there's going to be an official announcement pretty soon. So yeah, there's something very exciting coming.
Yeah, so if you want to start getting into it, you might just want to go in for the reward,
Well, I mean that's the only thing I would, I guess, be interested in. I don't know if I could.
Starts as low as $1, PD. You can start as low with $1.
I've seen many people who over the past year or two have gotten into crypto, and I've seen a mixture of people sort of just casually get into and just hold. But then I've seen people who get in and then they constantly become so hooked onto it, constantly checking their phone, their posts on their social medias are all like upsetting and then happy, and then it's all this whole emotional roller coaster. I don't know if I can get that deep into it. Tom looks like he's all right. Like, I mean, he's got 8 screens there to look at, and he's on the ball with everything. But
he's flexing on us with the screens.
Well, I have a fake brick wall, if that's any kind. But yeah, awesome.
Are you really using like 8 screens like every day? And what do you put on that? That's just like for curiosity. So, like,
so many candlesticks, bro. So many candlesticks.
So it's actually like if you're doing like an arbitrage strategy, basically like you're looking very carefully at prices between different exchanges. And so instead of like clicking tabs around, it's really helpful to be able to just go like boop, 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 like arbitrage. So you can have like on 4 screens, you can have arbitrage between 4 exchanges here. And then you might have over here, you might have like other markets you're looking at. So you might be like watching like Bitcoin markets, ETH markets, and then you might be like arbitraging in shitcoin over here. So yeah, that's the benefit of having like all these screens is like you can kind of have that information available at a glance when you need it instead of clicking around.
And the bowl of water.
Let me want to try to explain what is arbitrage. It basically means that because each exchange have a different order book and liquidity pool inside, so there's actually a price difference between exchange. Let's say Bitcoin on one exchange could be 56K, but on a different exchange, I think like India right now, because there's a lot of restrictions coming in, so the price actually 15% or 20% lower compared to other exchange globally. So arbitrage meaning that you can take advantage of that difference in the exchange, and basically you can buy from a lower price exchange and sell to a exchange that has a higher price mark and enjoy that profit in the middle. So that's arbitrage.
Yep. And so that's like a spot arbitrage where you're just trading the spot assets, but you can actually arbitrage on derivatives and options as well. So you can arbitrage like between perps, futures. You can do what's called like a basis trade. So if like the perps gets like way out of line from the spot price, there's a strategy there that you can kind of make a trade there to it brings the perps price back in line, but you make some interest there. And then even in options, you can actually see like, oh, well, this call over here is selling for like, less than what they're going to buy it for over here, so you can actually arbitrage even option positions. But those get a little bit more complicated because you have to manage your margin on each of those exchanges when you're doing derivatives arbitrage. Versus like spot arbitrage is like pretty straightforward, like buy here and sell here at a higher price. Yeah.
You guys are doing anything in marketing, like just to build the community for trading and options and all that in Vietnam? Or are you doing this online for people just to learn on how to do all these options?
Yeah, it's pretty global. So we've got, we actually have like on our Twitter, we've got like a whole series getting into intermediate stuff, and I believe we put them up in blog posts on our blog as well. So power.trade
Where can we
blog.
find you on Twitter? What's the
On Twitter? It's at PowerTradeHQ.
at PowerTrade HQ.
Yeah. And so yeah, we're always posting things there. Yeah. We're kind of posting like different option strategies, and then also kind of what's happening in the market, like looking at different market kind of statistics and informing people on that. There we go. Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome.
Just followed.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Oh,
Yeah,
I like
we're
the
on the road
Synthwave
to
thing you got
10,000
going on.
followers. The what?
7,000, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on our road to 10,000 followers.
10,000.
So,
Ooh. Not
yeah.
bad.
you guys are early. You're early, so you're gonna make it.
Yay.
All right. I'm gonna take your word for it. We've got this on camera now.
Is that a financial
I'm gonna
advice?
make Definitely not financial advice, just life advice.
Well, thank you for being on the show this morning, Tom. I appreciate your time and information that our viewers can learn about you and what you guys do and get into it. Mintam, again, a pleasure as always on our weekly crypto talks, boys. I guess we get back to our regular shenanigans. Lam, thanks for the introduction to Tom. We'll have some more of him in the coming weeks. I'm sure when things start to come up, we don't want to miss out on anything. When I mean Tom's drinking sparkling water and I'm here drinking water out of a cup, like that's the transition that I want to eventually make is to have the sparkling water. So yeah.
Gotta make some options trades, mate.
Get a wise pass deal on sparkling water, right?
Oh, soon. Actually, we just started with Perrier and Evian. So those French brands already.
Go.
So, yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
there we go.
Well,
I thought it was,
more
I
about
thought it
this
was called
next month.
Evian. Isn't it Evian? Isn't it called
Evian.
Evian?
Not if you're French.
Evian.
Evian. I like the pronunciations like that. Evian.
Oh, awesome.
Evian.
All right. Well, thanks for the session, guys. It's been awesome.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks,
All
guys.
right. Thank you, guys.
See you guys next time.